Yo, yo. What's good, man? This is your boy at DFS Mastermind underscore over on Twitter. Thank you for clicking on the video. Today's date is December the 21st. We have a pretty decent 5-game slate. Now, not my favorite slate as far as games, but, we got to work with what we got. Hopefully, yesterday y'all got to the green line. That is my bad if you went Julius Randle, because I was really talking him up. I went down right with you, though, man. I had 100% exposure to Julius Randle, and out of nowhere, Luke Walton decides not to play him. It didn't make any sense. Nobody could have seen that coming, so that's my bad. The young kid, Kuzma, he went off. I had Kuzma in the lineup with Julius Randle. Then I had Larry Nance in the lineup with Julius Randle. And one of those lineups had Chris Paul. So if you can imagine, my night did not go good whatsoever. I'm going to go ahead and get you my top plays for tonight, though. Cover a few value spots. And hopefully we get to the green line, man. So here we go. Starting off with point guard. As far as value, I want to go right to the San Antonio game, and I really want to attack this game. We got news that Danny Green, Ginobili, and Big Gasol, they're going to be resting tonight. So I want to go right down to my boy Brent Forbes. Where is he at, man? He's point guard eligible. He'll probably wound up starting at the shooting guard spot. So I really like him tonight as value play, 3,400. We know he's already a part of the rotation. When you take both shooting guards out of that scenario, I think he plays a ton of minutes. I really wouldn't go for Patty Mills and DeJounte Murray, because they don't play off the ball too much, man. Now, of course, Patty Mills, he will get in there every once in a while, play a little point guard or play a little shooting guard with whoever they have controlling the ball. But I think Forbes actually will get the start tonight. I think he's in a pretty decent spot. I want to go ahead and lock him in as one of my value plays. Moving on to shooting guard, I'm going to go right back to the same situation. Joel, the boy JoJo, it looks like he's going to play, man. So that's something else, man. That's another guy you could build your lineup around. I think he's one of those guys who can anchor a lineup for you, man. He could play a big part in tonight. So I look for him to have around a 50 burger. If you want to build around him instead of Bron, I feel you. I'm going with Bron just because of the safety. The floor is ridiculous with this man. He's playing excellent basketball. And I'm not going to try to predict a blowout. Now, we know that Cleveland should spank these boys, but I'm not going to fade a game just on the simple thought that it might be a blowout. I don't want to do that. But moving on, man, shooting guard, we got a few options, man. I think we could look at Jared Bayless because, J.J. Redick. So I think he'll be in play, maybe a little TLC. But the guy that I want to recommend is going to be my boy, Brandon Paul. I talk about him almost every single time we get some of these Spurs resting. He's one of my favorite players to roster. I watch him play. He has a slight upside to his game, but once he gets the minutes, man, he has the floor, and that's one thing you want to do when you're looking for these value plays. He creates steals, man, gets some rebounds for you, and he got a nice 3-point shot. So I'm gonna go ahead and throw him into the mix with my boy Forbes, man. I'm gonna try to lock up the whole rotation. I'm gonna try to lock up those shooting guard minutes and hope both of them get to at least 20 points, man. That's what I'm aiming for, and I think they're more than capable of doing that. So I'm gonna go ahead and lock in Brandon Paul. Moving on to small forward. Now, I told y'all my plan, man. I'm building around Bron and DeMar DeRozan. So I'm going to get you somebody else, somebody in the value range. And listen, tonight I think is the night we can actually fire up Kawhi Leonard. I know myself personally, I'm doing it. I don't care if the man is playing 20 minutes at 6 racks and then over on FanDuel at 5.5. I think he can crush value in that amount of time. So I'm looking for Kawhi to start seeing more minutes. I wouldn't be shocked if he played in the 25-minute range. So I'm going to go ahead and lock my boy Kawhi Leonard up in the lineup, but that's not who I want to stop on. I got to get you one more value play, so we're going to go down a little bit more, and I want to suggest Marcus Smart. For all you people out there who need a value play, safe floor, Jaylen Brown is officially, I think he's questionable. I don't know if he's out already, but it's looking like he's not going to play, man. So I will be looking at Marcus Smart if we get news that Jaylen Brown will be sitting. I got one more play for you. Last one, I promise. It's going to be Mr. Chandler Parsons taking on Phoenix. Fast-paced game. He didn't play in the first inning of the back-to-back. As you see, man, he's been playing pretty consistent, and he has a little upside to his game. In a fast-paced matchup, Memphis Grizzlies are looking terrible. They're playing a bunch of nobodies right now. I think Parsons comes out tonight and have a very, very decent game, so I want to go ahead and lock him in as one of my value plays. Moving on to power forward. There's not a ton at power forward. You can use Kawhi at power forward if you like. The guy I want to talk about, though, is going to be another Spur. I'm looking at these Spurs for big minutes tonight. All of the value plays that I like from the Spurs are at the 3,400 range, and that's just beautiful, man. All we're asking for is 20 points. Davis Bertans, man, he's pretty good. I really like this kid's game. He's a stretch 4, stretch 5 type of player. With no Gasol, I would imagine that he wounds up in the starting lineup. So I don't hate this as a value play at all. If he sees 25 minutes, 30 minutes, he will definitely crush his price tag. So I want to lock him in as my value power forward. Then moving on to center, I don't have too much for you. I got to be honest, man. Sometimes I'm just not feeling value in one spot. And tonight is one of those nights, man. So my top center on tonight is going to be Marc Gasol or Kevin Love. I really haven't decided which one I'm going to use. Right now, I believe Kevin Love is in my lineup just because Marc Gasol is coming off the back-to-back. But Marc Gasol has a fast-paced matchup going up against a Phoenix team. Who knows who they're going to throw out there? I don't know if it's going to be Greg Monroe, Tyson Chandler, Alex Len. Who knows? But with Chicago and Kevin Love, we know that he'll be going up against Lopez and Kevin Love is just going to stretch the floor on this man. We know Big Rolo, he's not the quickest on his feet. So I think Kevin Love has a very, very good game. I'm going to scroll down here and try to see. I do like Cantor. I like Cantor in this spot. He had a massive game the last time they played. I don't know if you want to just copy and paste history, but I think Cantor is in a very good spot tonight. Man, once we get down here, I really don't feel comfortable suggesting people. The Rashard Holmes and Amir Johnson, that just went out the window because I got the update that Embiid was playing. That's who I planned on talking about for my value center. But I don't have much for you, man. I really don't. Tatum is going to play, so that cancels out Tyus. I would just pay up, y'all. To be honest, I would really just pay up for a safe, secure center that you like, and just call it a day, man. We don't have to try to reach for spots that we don't really like. So that's going to do it, man. These are my top value plays on tonight's 5-game slate. If you use this lineup, you'll have 9-2 left. That's 3 studly players, man. You can go ahead and throw Bron in that thing. You can throw DeRozan, and then you got 6-9 left. We could, I don't like that. Mirotic, man, I think he's decent, but I don't know if I trust him at 6,700. I really don't. There's a ton of ways you could do. You could take out DeRozan. Let's go a little cheaper. take out DeRozan. Let's go. Who's another good player I like out of the guard spot? We'll go D Wade. Then we can get Embiid. You know what I'm saying? There's a ton of options you could do. You could fade Bron if you like. I wouldn't suggest it on a